Hello. Yes, students. Let's begin with the third chapter of Snapshots, that is Ranga's marriage. The story is based on South India, basically the state Mysore, where the protagonist of a chapter, Ranga, lives. His father is an accountant, and Ranga has gone to Bangalore for the higher studies. Before starting this chapter, let me make it clear that the story is around 20 years old, and that time the culture of child marriage was widely spread in the village. The chapter starts with the introduction of the author Masti Venkatesh Langar. His major works are in novels, poetry, drama, criticism, journalism, and largely short stories. The story is a kind of satire on the society where they promote the culture of child marriage. The tone of the chapter is humorous, and the area, the village described about in the story is Hosha Ali. It's a small village in Mysore. Our narrator of the chapter, Mr. Venkatesh, is called here as Swami, and he was a matchmaker between Ranga and Ratna, the main characters of the chapter. The writer gives a very funny description of a village named Hoshali, and in a certain part of the chapter he describes about the influence of English in that village and about the location of the village in the maps. Let's begin with the first part of the chapter. I have shared the PDF of this chapter in the group. You can go through or you can take references from your textbooks. So in the first part, the two paragraphs deals with the location of Hoshali in the map, and as it is not possible for the cartographers to mention each and every village in the map, so as with the Hoshali it is not mentioned anywhere in the map, and on this the writer makes a satire that it is like as if the filling in the sweet Karega Dabu is missing. Without the filling, the sweet is of no taste. In the same way, if we will not mention Hoshali in the map of Mysore, Mysore is of no use. Here are few phrases which describe the same thing. Somewhere near Mysore means not exactly mentioned in the map, has no mention in geography books. English and Indian cartographers forgot to mention it. Found no place on the map of India. Next, narrator's pride for his village. Proud of his village, Hoshali. Now he gives certain special qualities of the village. One is fine water of the village pond. Invites the readers to come to this village. This is the home of the sourest mangoes. In this, I would like to mention in the chapter there is a line that the taste of raw mango of the trees of that village is so sour that it would hit your central mind, that is called Brahmarandra. It will hit that part, means extremely sore. Another point he discussed about the big leaves of a unique creeper in the ponds of that village. The single leaf is so big that you can use it as a plate to serve the lunch. So he says that there are so many different qualities. Then he himself accepts that yes, I am exaggerating about the village, but why shouldn't I? Everyone would speak like that if he would be asked to speak about his native place. Now let's begin with the next point, that is about the village people. There were few educated people in the village, and out of them only a handful could speak English or write English. But as I have already told you that this is the story around 20 to 30 years back. Nowadays it's different. More people know English. So that time Ranga, the village accountant's son, returned from Bangalore after study. Simple and innocent people. The village people were quite simple and innocent, and for them it was a great event when Ranga returned from Bangalore after 6 months. They behaved strangely on Ranga's return. They went to see how Ranga looks, and when they found that he is same as he was 6 months back, they come back. There was an older lady who checks the holy thread, the Janev in Ranga's neck, that whether he has lost his religion or still he is wearing that Janev. But when she found that it is there, she was satisfied and returned back. Now let's start with the main story. As I have told you, the narrator of the story is Swami. He also went to see Ranga. Ranga also noticed him and he did namaskara. He touched his feet and took his blessings. And he purposely mentioned here that Ranga was not like nowadays boys, like just to give a gesture of namaskara, but he properly bent down and touched his feet. He didn't do just for formality, but he did it to show his politeness and actually to take the blessings of Swami. When he saw him, the first thing came into Swami's mind was that Ranga is a perfect boy to get married and to be a part of society. So next day when Ranga goes to Swami's place, he discussed with him about his views on marriage. But Ranga was having different views for marriage. He says that he doesn't like traditional approach, means he doesn't like to get married with a very young girl who doesn't even know the meaning of the words told to her in anger as well as in love. Means if a girl is too young, she may misunderstand those words. He wants a mature girl with good understanding. So he told that I want some time to find a suitable match. And he says that I want to marry a girl whom I admire. He says that getting married with an immature girl and moreover who is unknown is like a bitter gourd, moreover with name. In the next part, there is the entry of Ratna, who is an ideal girl. She is of 11 years old. Her parents died long back. She knows how to play veena and harmonium. She is Ramarao's niece and lives with her uncle. She is very good at singing. And this was the target of Swami, to make Ranga married with Ratna. And for this she makes a plan. First, Swami arranged their meeting at his own place, where purposely she called Ranga at the same time when Ratna was there. When Ranga reaches there, Ratna was busy in some song and playing her veena. As Ranga reached there, he was completely amazed to see her. He was feeling attracted towards her, but as he already told Swami that he is not interested to get married now, so he just tried to hide his feelings. He was curious to know about her, but narrator cleverly hid the facts about Ratna and told Ranga that Ratna is already married. Ranga was so much fascinated by the sweet voice of Ratna. Now narrator makes another plan. He wants Ranga and Ratna to get married. So the narrator went to Shastri. Now who is Shastri? Shastri is an astrologer who matches the kundli of people, or we can say paraphernalia of people, to make them married. Shastri already tutored by narrator, means he was tutored by Swami that what he has to speak in front of Ranga. Now Swami takes Ranga to Shastri, to the astrologer, and tells him that you are not looking well, means you are in some difficult state of mind, so you need some astrologer who would tell you about the problem, what is going on in your mind. And as the astrologer was tutored by Swami, he started speaking in front of Ranga that the cause of your sadness is a girl named after something found in sea. That may be some pearl or some water or it may be the pearls are called as Ratna also, it may be Ratna. And as he speaks the name of Ratna, the Swami clicked it at the same moment and says, yeah, it is Ratna, I know. Then he asks, questioned Ranga, is it Ratna? You are thinking about Ratna? And Ranga felt as if he was caught. He felt shy, but he accepted that yes, he liked Ratna. But it's a bad luck that Ratna is already married. Swami was the happiest when he came to know, because he wanted to hear this only. And then he opens it, or we can say clarify the thing, that due to some confusion I told you that Ratna is married, but she is unmarried. Then they both get married and led a happy married life. They soon blessed with a baby boy, and they gave their son name Shama. Who is Shama? Shama is Swami, and Swami is a narrator. So don't get confused in the characters. Swami's name is Shama, the one who narrates all story. One is astrologer, who just pretends and creates all drama about Ranga's mental state, that you are getting worried, you are looking nervous, sad because of a girl whose name may be on the things found in ocean. Then he took many different names and highlight only one name, that was Ratna. So here the story gets over and the couple gets married happily. In detail, the chapter is going on in your online classes. If you want to attend the class, please click on the link given for Zoom meeting. Thank you.